Let's go. Okay, so going back up over a track I've done a few times recently, but I've been really enjoying it. Most of it's, you know, it's bumpy, but it's easy going. But there's a couple of little side tracks I take that are a little bit more gnarly. So I'm just going to jump off now and give you a gander at some of this. It's a beautiful little sort of waterfall. I like it. There we go. Alright, onward. Ah, well, here we are. This is the first obstacle. This is the tyre testing obstacle. I'll set up the external camera and go backwards and forwards through the obstacle several times, which is what you have to do to get the shots right. It's been one of the spots I've been challenging every set of tyres I get. I give them a crack at that because it's a mixture of clay, which is quite slippery, with, you know, sort of jutting out rocks in it. So it's an uneven surface that's slippery and it's steep as well. So let's see what the track brings next. Of course, it's a good idea to put your backpack on. Otherwise, you'll be riding all the way back here to get it. Alright, take 5001. Here we go. That's probably easier the other way I did it. Alright, so we're climbing again. As said, this track, the altitude gets pretty high, and so you'll get snow up here in winter time, which of course is always very pretty to look at, but bloody cold to ride in. Oh, this bike is so torquey. That second gear just about idling, and when I need that little bit to just kick me up over a step, yeah, she's got it. A little creek crossing comes up here. It's not tricky. Next stop's another little side track. It was pretty muddy when I went up it the other day, and I stopped and turned around, but where I stopped, I saw some pretty sparkly, goldy coloured stuff in the clay. Now, I've got a few buddies who are into their prospecting. Had a look on the mineral resources map of Tassie, and yeah, not meant to be anything up there, so it's probably nothing of any value, but promised a mate I'd go and get him a sample so he can pan it out and see if there's anything in there. So that's where we're off to now. Yep, there it is. Alright, so let's go up here. Probably going to be too muddy to go round. See what it's like. I might have a crack at getting all the way through on the track today. As I said, there was a fair bit of rain out this way over the last few days. It's nowhere near as wet as it was. This was running down here like a little river. That was close. Oh, Jesus, that's slippery. Yeah, it's still too wet to come out in. End up coming off or getting stuck if I keep this up. Just got to get as far as I did the other day. Let's go. See if we can manage to not fall off. Because it's very slippery. This is very greasy stuff. I hit a stick there that slid my front wheel, stuffed me up for the rest of it. Ended up having to put a foot down. Alright, bit of easy riding for a while. I think that might be good. Woohoo! Well done, Taz. Didn't fall off. Sudden bumps and the front forks on the CRF, they weren't made for it. Like I said before though, this is a reliable, cheap little bike. And yeah, I'm having a whinge about the front suspension, but you can see what I just rode through. It's functional, not flash. There's a pretty specky view out this way. Looks a bit hazy today. So, how's this for a view, eh? It's wilderness alright, isn't it? Not a house in sight. You're a bit muddy, old girl. Hey? Alright. Onward. That's the snowy ranges out there in the distance. The log trucks carve these roads up when they're wet. You get these, well, you get corrugations like that, but you also get some quite nasty ruts. They're a little bit treacherous. So this is the Plenty River. Don't know how far upstream it is. This eventually empties into the Derwent. But that's certainly not too high to fish. Interesting little stream. That road to the left. Let's try that one. Go up here and see what's what. If that gets me to the top of that escarpment. don't remember whether I came up here last time or not. All these tracks start to look the same after a while. Ooh, we are coming out on top of the escarpment. I should get some good views from up here. Well, well, well. What do you reckon? Hey, old girl. We go some places, don't we? Hey? See how far this track goes. Sure if this is a track or not. Whether I'm just in an erosion ditch, I think I pretty much am. I won't be going much further this way. Still, spectacular views. See if we can get down here without coming off. Whew. That was hard. Well, there you go. Can't help myself if I see the track goes a bit further. Got to give it a go. Which, as you can see by how remote this is out here, usually not very wise of me. But I still do it because I'm a little rascal. I'm irresponsible.